My name is Harriet Manners, and I am a geek. But my entire life is about to change, and frankly, it's about time.
We recently got some exciting news about Season 2 of Geek Girl from Sandra Yee Sensendiver. She shared her hopes for the upcoming season and teased a secretive new alien series, promising that fans of the original movies will be very pleased. It sounds like Netflix might not make as many big changes this time around. So let's dive into everything we know about Geek Girl Season 2. Even though the first season of Geek Girl just dropped on Netflix, Emily Carey is already excited about the possibility of a second season. She believes Harriet Manners' story isn't quite over yet. In an interview with Radio Times, she shared, "I'd love for people to want to know what happens to Harriet next, and I'd love to revisit her. She was so much fun to play, and this cast is one of the best I've ever worked with. I know it's cliche, but it really feels like a family. We all get along so well, and I adore them. We had the best summer. The thought of being able to do that again is really exciting." Since the show is based on a book series, it's clear that there's plenty more to explore. Emily Carey explained Season 1 is based on Book 1, but we also pulled stories from Books 2 and 3 to adapt it for the screen. There's so much source material, so it's definitely a show that could keep going. The story doesn't necessarily end at the end of Season 1. If the show gets renewed, we can expect more of the main cast from Season 1 to return, including Emily Carey, Rochelle Harrington, Emmanuel Imani, Evie Beardsall, Sarah Parrish, Liam Woodrum, Tim Downey, and Zach Looker. New faces are also likely to join the cast. In the Season 1 finale, Harriet's friends rally to get her back on the catwalk for Yuji's show, though Poppy tries to sabotage it by sticking a geek sign on Harriet's back. But Harriet stays strong, and Nick removes the sign as he walks toward her on the catwalk, kissing her on stage. The episode ends with a flash forward showing Harriet, Nick, and Wilbur happily strolling through London, hinting that Harriet's new journey is just beginning. Looking ahead to Season 2, we can expect to see more of Harriet and Nick's relationship as they navigate their busy modeling careers together. Meanwhile, Sandra Yee Sensendiver, who plays the eccentric fashion designer Yuji Lee, has also shared her excitement about Season 2 in an interview with Variety. The show has gained a global following, resonating far beyond its expected audience. It's hitting pretty hard in Brazil. I'm getting so many messages from Brazilian viewers, Sensendiver shared. She believes the show connects with people because it reflects the experience of feeling like an outsider and wanting to be seen for who you truly are. She credits the show's success to its authentic portrayal of neurodiversity and its uplifting message of self-acceptance. We've seen stereotypical portrayals of neurodivergence like in Rain Man, but having something genuine, well-researched, and played by an actress who is neurodivergent, Emily Carey, I think that resonates with a lot of people, she explained. Sensendiver also highlighted the show's underdog narrative and its theme of embracing oneself as key factors in its appeal. It's just healing for the soul to watch a story that makes you accept that who you are is actually good enough, more than good enough, she said. While Season 2 hasn't been officially confirmed yet, Sensendiver remains hopeful given the show's popularity. "I don't think I've ever received as many messages from people saying, 'Please tell us there's a second season on its way,'" she said, adding, "I think we're just waiting for Netflix to say, 'Go ahead and make Season 2.'" Reflecting on her work in Foundation on Apple TV+, Sensendiver described it as a huge project that took 9 to 10 months to film. She loved being part of a team telling a massive story across multiple episodes, praising the production scale, beautiful costumes, and brilliant writing. Sensendiver also formed strong bonds with co-stars Terrence Mann and Ella Ray Smith. Beyond acting, Sensendiver has been making waves with a bigger picture, her initiative advocating for greater diversity in Danish film and television. The campaign gained international attention after filmmaker Lars von Trier made controversial comments about it. "We didn't take it that seriously," she said. "Because he did that, the campaign actually went viral and went international." The initiative has sparked important conversations in the Danish film industry and led to meetings with the Danish Minister of Culture and the Danish Film Institute. Looking ahead, Sense and Diver is developing her first feature film as a director, following her experience directing short films like Watch and Seeking Hua Sun. She sees this as a natural progression from her theater background. Her latest short film, Seeking Hua Sun, which will soon hit the festival circuit, draws from semi-biographical material. Sense and Diver found the process of turning personal experiences into art both intense and therapeutic. There's something about taking something very personal and forming it into a piece of art, she said, and inviting other collaborators to work on it with you. As Netflix's Geek Girl heads into its potential second season, we can expect fewer significant changes compared to the first, especially in how the show adapts the book series. While Season 1 made some adjustments to Holly Smale's Geek Girl novels, loosely inspired by her own experiences as a teen model, the show has taken some liberties with the plot and character dynamics, particularly when it comes to Harriet's relationships and personal growth. In the books, Harriet Manners, the self-proclaimed geek who is thrust into the world of modeling, is more skeptical of her friends, particularly Toby, whom she often dismisses as a stalker. This harsher portrayal of their friendship was softened in the Netflix series, where Harriet's relationship with Toby is much more supportive and caring, reflecting the show's more inclusive, uplifting tone. Despite Toby's awkwardness, such as the mishap with throwing up before Fashion Week, Harriet stands by him, signaling a deeper bond in the show. This adjustment makes Toby's character more sympathetic, a change that might resonate better with the audience. With this foundation set in Season 1, Netflix might lean into a more faithful adaptation for Season 2, focusing on Harriet's journey of self-discovery and her relationships, especially with her friends and family. The show could stick closer to the book's essence, which places a significant emphasis on themes like bullying and the importance of friendship. Given the success of the series and its international appeal, like messages from fans in Brazil, Netflix may not feel the need to drastically alter the core elements of the plot, but instead build on the foundation established in Season 1. Sense and Diver's comments about how the show has connected with audiences on a deeper level, particularly through its portrayal of neurodiversity and the theme of self-acceptance, suggest that Netflix is likely to keep the focus on these universal themes. As the second season of Geek Girl approaches, viewers can likely expect to see more of the authentic, heartwarming moments that made the first season so popular, including Harriet's evolving relationship with her friends like Toby and Nat. This would provide a natural progression of the storyline without needing to make drastic changes to the characters or their arcs, staying true to the book's emotional core while continuing to adapt it for the screen. Since Geek Girl is a co-production between the UK and Canada, it makes sense that the series chose to have Harriet's globe-trotting journey take her to Canada instead of Moscow, as it was in the novel. In the book, Harriet and her dad, Richard Tim Downey, travel to Moscow for her first major modeling job, but in the show they head to Canada. Both scenarios keep the core plot intact, where Harriet and her father hide the trip from Nat and Harriet's stepmother, Annabel, leading to trouble down the line. If the show gets a second season, it will be interesting to see where they send Harriet next. In the second book, Harriet travels to Japan, but since the show has already made adjustments with a Canadian setting, they could take her anywhere in the world. Changing the location to Canada doesn't impact the core storyline or its significance, and with current global politics in mind, it makes sense for the writers to choose Canada. While it may be a bit less glamorous than Moscow, the shift in setting still allows for a compelling continuation of Harriet's journey, keeping the spirit of adventure alive while staying true to the themes of the series. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.